This book is different than that. Okay, where's the error? This book is different than that book. Basically, that's what it means, right? Here, this is understood from that book. So, where's the error? Quickly, just to let you know, right? Now, we follow the British English, right? So, basically, the difference is what is wrong with different than? And why are we using different from? The difference that you need to know is different from is actually used widely. That's the most common expression, right? And British English follows this. American English follows this. But American English also follows different from, because this is the more commonly used phrase, right? In terms of meaning, there's not much difference between these two. There's really not much difference between these two. One of the differences they say is, when will you use different from is when it is followed by a noun. So here, different from, there is a noun here. That's what is understood, right? Then that book, a noun. So one of the differences they say is different from is used if the sentence that follows is a noun, right? Or a noun phrase, then you use different from. Yeah? Are you following? So let me give you an example quickly. If I say my mother looks different dash that old photograph of her. So the sentence is followed by a noun phrase. Then I use from. Right? When do I use different than? When it is followed by a clause. A clause is nothing but a complete thought, a subject and a verb. So if I say, my brother looks different dash I remember. So after the blank, what is following? This is a clause, right? A complete thought. I have a subject and I have a verb. This is a clause. So when it is followed by a clause, then you use then. This is pretty much the difference between different than and different from. Something that you need to remember. However, like I said, if you are in doubt, just use different from, which is always the right thing. So this book is different than that book, which is a noun. So I'm using different from. The error is in part D. You change then to from. Okay? Finding errors. That's the next set of questions. So let's read. The article suggests that when a person is under unusual stress, you should be especially careful to eat a well-balanced diet. Okay? So option A, again the options are a little mixed up, right? It doesn't start with the article suggests that. Option A is to eat a well-balanced diet, the last part of the sentence. Option B is the article suggests that when a person is under unusual stress. Option C, it says no error. Option D, you should be especially careful. So where do you think the error is? Or if there is an error at all? So why is there an error? So the article is suggesting that when a person, right? Which means they are referring to some person, one person, exactly, right? So because they are referring to one such person and not anybody specific, you can't say you should be especially careful. That's misleading. So it should be one should be, correct, right? So having said that, the error is in part D.